All right, gang, here we are at European Motors. We're in the showroom today on a very unique car. This is a 2013 Scion FRS that has had tons of upgrades done to it. This was actually owned and built by a local drifter here named Brent Johnston. He actually works for us today. And what he says is, but you're getting the car for free and just paying for the parts that he put on. This thing has been treated to over $15,000 worth of custom parts. It's got an E85 tune. It's currently set up for drifting, but you could certainly, you know, it's a drift street car. I've driven this car on the street. It's actually very streetable. But if you didn't want it completely set up for drift, you could set it up for autocross or any other kind of fun thing that maybe you want to do with it, but it is set up for drifting right now. I think, what'd you say, Brent? I've got him right here. He was saying the limited slip in this car was, what, almost $3,000?
Yeah, it's an OS Jenkins two-way. It's actually out of King Gushi's Pro 1 FD car, and it has a 488 rear gear in it.
So it's geared, you know, pretty short, but that makes it a ton of fun to drive on the street. It actually, what are we thinking, 200?
It makes 200 wheel horsepower on the tune that's on it right now, and it has 2 more tunes for pump gas as well.
Okay, so you got to run E85 in this, but the plus on that is you're getting 200 wheel horsepower, and the thing doesn't weigh anything, so it's just really fun. Brent, you do have the stock seats for it as well.
Yes, stock seat and steering wheel.
You get the choice to run the Sparco, or you can turn it into more of a factory setup. It's sitting on coilovers, I assume, right?
Yes, there's stance, custom valve stance coilovers with Swift springs on it.
So, and it actually comes with multiple sets of wheels. So if you're into drifting, you guys know you go through tires pretty quick. So how many more of these basket weave style do we have?
There's 10 total. There is 6 5x114 because the rear hubs are actually STI hubs and axles in there now. So
okay.
You don't have to ever worry about them breaking. As well as the rear subframe has been raised and it's all solid bushings. The car is really set up and stout. Then we have also 4 more 5x100 because the front can be 5x100 or 5x114.
Okay. So, I mean, just tons of upgrades, tons of mods, but still very streetable. This is kind of a race car, track toy, and so forth. So cosmetically, I'm going to kind of pick it apart here for you guys that maybe don't see some of the flaws. But we got some spoon mirrors on here, kind of some custom mirrors. We do have the factory mirrors, but there is a hole here that's kind of been patched. So you can put the factory mirrors back on or leave the cool spoon mirrors. We got some damage on this door. This is from a, you know, tire where they were, what were you guys doing? Tandeming. So this is a real true drift car, and it shows a few little battle wounds, but overall it's in very good shape. You got some damage to the side skirt. You guys can either run it like this. It photographs really well. We've got lots of pictures of this car with smoke trails behind it sideways. And so it still photographs and presents really well, but it has been drifted, enjoyed, and we really hope the next owner of this car is going to do the same and enjoy it in the way it's intended to be. But don't think that this is a perfect car. There's lots of touch-ups and so forth.
It's a good 5-footer.
Yep, a good 5-footer is a great way to put it. And we're going to actually do a drive on this to show you that it's very streetable and very fun. But we just wanted to kind of get it in the showroom here and show you exactly kind of what it was, so we're not out there in the bright sun, maybe it's not photographing real well. So it's a 2013. We've got about, what do we got for miles on this? 80s for miles.
87,000.
87,000 miles. Got lots of custom stuff in here.
It was not involved in the recall either that they had.
Recall for what?
They had recall for valve spring issues. This one was not.
Okay. Okay, so I don't know if you heard what Brent said. This does not have the valve spring issue. Here's an issue with the bumper right here. but pretty sweet car. 2013 FRS E85 tune, completely set up for drifting. Multiple spares, multiple parts. You can put it back to stock, like Brent says. Buy the parts that he put on and you get the car for free. Yeah, Tommy, let's pop the hood and you can see all kinds of fun stuff here.
Also has a really big Koyo oil cooler in here too to keep oil temps down.
Keep everything cool when you're having fun with it on the track.
You can hot lap this and it does not get warm. Oil temp doesn't go above 210. Coolant temp doesn't hit above 208.
So Brent, you're probably one of the best drifters in the Midwest. So I'm gonna. He says no, but I'm gonna say yes. I mean, if you're into drifting in the Midwest, you probably know who Brent Johnston is, and you know, here's a car that he built, that he's sorted out. Tons of hours in this car, lots of knowledge put in this car. So if it's something you're wanting to get into, I mean, you're way dollars ahead than building this car, especially when you factor in the labor, which we're not even factoring in. But here's a guy who knows what he's doing, who set this car up, and it's ready to enjoy. You could buy this car and be at a drift event on the weekend, learning how to do it, or if you already know how to do it, you know, this is a great car because it's so light. It doesn't consume tires. It doesn't consume a lot of the stuff the way the heavier cars do. And it's pretty inexpensive to run, but it hangs right with the big boys. So 2013 FRS, custom drift car. You could also do autocross or anything you wanted to do, or just look cool on the street.
It is an amazing road course car.
Amazing road course car if you wanted to do that, Brent says, and I attest to that. I do road course and I've driven this car and it would be great at that. Just change some of the alignment setup and you're doing road course.
And everything is adjustable. All the arms are adjustable. Your steering's actually quicker because the knuckles up front has been chopped and re-welded. So you have 60 degrees of steering angle. So parallel parking in a parking spot if you need to.
Yeah, it's fun just going to the grocery store in this thing. So there it is, 13 FRS, 86,000 miles, Tommy, I think you said? 87.
Somewhere around there.
Right in there. European Motors, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, EuropeanMotorsIowa.com. Look for our test drive video. Thanks for watching.